Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl V. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am going to do a Gucci makeup collection review and we're going to be doing this look with those products. Before we start with this video, I just want to put a few disclaimers out there. This video is not sponsored, however, the products are gifted because I used to work for Gucci. I do not work there anymore, and as an aspiring influencer, I like to be completely honest in my reviews. So now that I don't work there, I am free to give my unbiased opinion about the entire collection that I have. Also, whatever recommendations that I give today, I will always advise for you to try in the stores before you buy them because different products work differently on different skin. And lastly, before moving forward, you guys should know that my skin type is oily with a lot of open pores and acne scars, so my preferences usually are more of a matte finish, and you can just keep that in mind while you watch my review. If you don't already know me, my name is Bianca. I am a makeup artist posting all things beauty on my channel, so if that is the kind of content that you like to watch, then please hit that subscribe button. So with all of that being said, let's go ahead with this video. Let's go on to the first product, which is for the brows. Gucci has two eyebrow pencils. Let's talk about this one first. This is their powder eyebrow pencil. This pencil comes with a sharpener in its package. This is a pencil with a powdery sort of formula, so you can actually blend that. For someone like me who wasn't blessed with brows, I would actually skip this. This to me feels like it's meant for those who were blessed with more bushier brows. Because of its powdery formula, it's easy to blend. So if you do have fuller brows and are just looking for a little bit of a fill, you can go ahead with this one. But personally for me, my brows are not complete. Moving on to the second pencil. This is their high precision natural finish eyebrow pen. I think they call it a pen because it is a mechanical pencil. It's not something that you sharpen. I absolutely love this pencil. This is true to what it claims. It's very precise. It has an angular type of shape and it really helps me to draw precise strokes to mimic brow hair basically. And also the formula is not that creamy and not that dry. It's just that perfect in between. It is also waterproof. So for my oily brow girls out there, this is one of the best eyebrow pencils that I have ever tried. So I'm just combing through my brows or whatever I have that I call brows. Just laying it upwards and just lightly draw hair strokes. And you can already see the effect that it gives, given the hair-like strokes without looking too fake. I used to be obsessed with having the perfect Instagram brows, but now I just want my brows but better. It doesn't take much product for it to build up like this. And then I'm just filling in the gaps, the many gaps that I have in between my brows. Actually, this is all the product that I have left. I literally kept this pencil for this video. So that's how my brow is looking like right now, like an actual eyebrow. I'm gonna do the other one quickly off cam and I'll be right back. Alright, the brows are done. Let's move on to primer. They've got two primers right here. The first one is the Silk Priming Serum. This one I would recommend for dry, normal, oily skin type. It hydrates your skin kind of like a serum. And when you try it on, it has this kind of creamy texture that leaves no trace on your skin. So it blends very easily and it absorbs into your skin quite quickly. It's almost like a makeup skincare hybrid. This does have a bit of fragrance in it. So if you are sensitive to fragrance, then I would not recommend this. However, I do know that the fragrance level in this is super low, so it's not supposed to affect those who have sensitive skin types. But again, as I mentioned a while ago, it's better if you try it out in the store yourself. You never know how your skin is gonna react. The next primer is the Mattifying Primer Shine Control. This I can recommend for my combination to oily skin girlies. Basically me. It has salicylic acid and bamboo powder that will help to control your oils. Personally, I have not tried the oil control by itself, but I remember them saying that you can use this even if you're not going to wear a foundation, if you just want that matte finish. It has a more gel type texture and it's very light as well. It has a bit of a silicone-y feel to help blurring of the pores. One thing I'm gonna say about this though, be careful with the skincare that you layer before you put your makeup, because this can tend to pill by mixing with whatever you put on your face prior to putting makeup. I suggest if you're using this and you're in a rush, skip the heavy moisturizers and the SPF. Opt for a light hydrating serum and then go for this. Or if you really can't skip out on your skincare, then make sure that it's absorbed and settled into your skin before using this. However, personally, I like to use this by mixing it with my foundation. And before we move on to the foundation, just hear this. It's glass. If there's one thing that Gucci does right, it's the luxurious packaging. Their packaging is always on point. Now moving on to foundation, Gucci has two foundations. The first launch, let's just say that it's not for everyone. However, their second foundation is this 24-hour wear breathable foundation luminous matte finish. This also has SPF 15 in it. So even if you are skipping on your SPF, this has got you covered. I didn't like their first foundation much, but this is amazing. This is easily one of my top favorite foundations. When I first tried this, I was blown away. It is definitely lightweight. It's medium to full coverage. It doesn't feel like you have anything on your face. It's waterproof. It's also budge proof, and it also controls your oil. This paired with this is an oily skin girl's dream. I mean, I guess you could pair this with other matte primers, but I've tried this together and they work perfectly. I'm gonna put one pump of the primer along with one pump of the foundation. By the way, one pump is all you really need with this. I'm gonna mix it on the back of my hands, pick up some of the product and just apply it onto my skin. I'm gonna pick a little bit on the brush as well, and then I'm going to blend it out. I absolutely love the finish that this leaves on me because it's not a cement type of matte. Like, it leaves me matte but still has a little bit of a glow, so it's kind of like a skin-like finish. The reason why I like to mix the primer with the foundation is so that I can thin out the formula a little bit. Alright, so the base is done. If you're more on the dry, normal side and you want a matte foundation, I would still recommend this. However, I would advise that you use a hydrating primer beforehand, and also you don't need to set this. It's self-setting. Gucci now has new releases such as concealer. However, I don't have it, so I'm just gonna use my own concealer and be right back. Alright, I'm back. I've just put on a little bit of corrector and concealer under my eyes, and I've just set that with a powder. Speaking of powder, we're gonna talk about that next. This is their matte natural beauty powder. This is how it looks like in the front, a baby pink. And when we turn to the back, it has a gold embellishment with a little bit of that baby pink again in the middle with the shade. Coming back to the front, we open it up and there's the product. It does have a mirror component over here, great for touch-ups. And when you push back a little bit, this component rises up for you to pull it up and reveal, for you to open it up and reveal the sponge underneath. These products have been used and abused, so I'm sorry if it's not that clean. We're gonna use this for setting the face. It does have a little bit of shimmer in it, but that doesn't mean that it gives you a highlighter effect. It is still a powder, so it is gonna mattify your skin, but it's just gonna give a more luminous finish. It also does have a little bit of coverage. I would actually recommend this to any skin type that is looking for a luminous matte powder that is lightweight and gives a skin-like finish. I'm putting that all over my face to set the foundation. You can definitely also use this on its own, maybe with the primer, just for a light coverage, but I would not recommend this for someone who's specifically looking for oil control. For me as an oily person, I have to touch up a couple of times. The next powder we're gonna be talking about is their bronzer. So it does have the same packaging with a few differences. First difference is obviously the color. It's more of a Tiffany blue. We have the same gold embellishment in the back with the same Tiffany blue in the center. Coming back to the front, again, once we open it up, it does have its own mirror, and this is the product itself. The second difference is that we don't have a puff, we have a brush. Oh, it's upside down. As you can see, I really do use this brush. It's supposed to be pure white. This brush to me is very unique because the curve of it actually helps with contouring your face. Some of their bronzers have a little bit of shimmer to it, but again, not to give the highlighting effect, it's just to give a luminous effect. The bronzer I have here is number 3. This is one of their best sellers because it's not so orange and it's not so ashy. It's just the perfect neutral bronzer shade. Paired with this brush and you're good to go. This brush hugs your face perfectly. So it's really great for beginners. You're not going to use the brush in a horizontal way. In a vertical way, you're going to sweep the product upwards. Instead of talking, let me just show you. I'm picking up the product and I'm just going to sweep that onto my cheeks. You can just build the product up until you're happy with it. It gives a flawless application. As you can see, it really hugs the cheeks in a perfect way, so you don't have a streaky finish. Another thing I like about this is that it's perfect for nose to eye contour. So I've already put some product onto the brush. I'm starting from the tip of my nose and I'm just going to slowly bring it up. It really helps to define my nose. We're really taking advantage of the shape of the brush here. And then I'm going to just bring it outwards to give a little bit of a contoured flick to my eye. And this way it kind of blends with the bronzer on your temples. And then I'm just blending a little bit. It also hugs the jawline perfectly. I forgot my forehead. Yeah, we're gonna add a little bit there as well. I'm gonna do the other side quickly and I'll be right back. The next thing that we have in the face category is their beauty mist. This is a glow hydrating mist that is used for prepping, setting, and refreshing your skin. If you're more on the dry or even normal skin type, you can definitely use this for prepping your skin. Personally, for me, I love using this to melt all the layers together. As usual, we have the gorgeous glass packaging. You can hear that. But one thing that I like especially about this package is the mist itself. It has a continuous spray. This is also very soothing for the skin because it is actually a skincare makeup hybrid. So it does give antioxidant and soothing properties to the skin due to the ingredient of black rose oil. It also has hyaluronic acids to keep your skin hydrated. If I were doing a client's makeup, I would use this to make sure that all of the layers of the makeup blend seamlessly together. It does say that it's a setting product as well. However, I haven't really tested that. My makeup would always stay all day long anyway. I think that's also the power of the foundation and the primer. But anyways, now we're gonna move on to the eyes. This is their long-lasting khol liner, and this is one of my favorite products in Gucci. They do have 6 shades, but I lost one, so I have only 5 here. This is the first one, which is a black shade. The third one, which is a brown shade. Fourth, which is a metallic burnished red. Fifth, which is a metallic violet shade, and the sixth last shade, which is a light blue. These are all the swatches up close. This is waterproof, budge proof, life proof. They glide on the skin. They do not tug. They don't come with a separate sharpener. They have a built-in sharpener at the bottom, so you can easily sharpen the tip whenever you like. A few tips when using this product. When you use the sharpener, always clean it after, because once the product sets, it is so difficult to get it out. Second tip is always make sure the cap is closed. Otherwise, if you leave this open, it is going to be dry as stone the next day. You are not going to be able to use it anymore. Last tip is that if you're going to use this on your eyelids, I would suggest having bare lids, meaning you should not put concealer, foundation, or eye primer beforehand. I have chronic dry eyes, so I use a lot of eye drops. If you have watery eyes, it's not going to last long on your waterline. I am also going to use it on my waterline just so you can see the effect. The first one I used was number 6, the sky blue color, and this one is number 5, and I'm gonna draw that outwards. These liners are also really easy to blend before they are set, so I'm actually gonna use that as an eyeshadow on my bottom lash line. And I'm just putting that below my lash line. And then I'm using the smudging brush to smudge it out. And the next step will be the liquid liner. This is their felt tip eyeliner, long lasting. In terms of formula, it is budge proof, waterproof, stays on all day. It has kind of like a vinyl black finish. The feedback I would give about this is that the felt tip was not a smart choice. This was meant to be used flat on your skin. It gives that extra black, easy glide. But if you wanted to use the tip of this like a regular eyeliner, the product comes out unevenly or the tip dries out really quickly. I love using this for the inner corner going out because it's seamless, just like that. And I love filling in with this because, as I said, the formula is very long lasting. It's just that the area where I start having problems with is the wing parts. I'm gonna do the same thing onto the other side and just fill that in. It really does have a beautiful finish. I just wish they didn't use a felt tip. I'm gonna complete the wings of my eyeliner and I'll be right back. Okay, so the eyeliner is now done, but as an aspiring influencer, I do want to have full transparency with you guys. I did do the wings with a different liquid liner from a different brand. However, I did use the formula of the Gucci eyeliner to fill in those wings, so we're good. Now that the eyeliners are done, we are gonna move on to mascara. I am not a mascara girly, probably because I haven't found the right mascara yet. I have very straight lashes that point downwards no matter what. They are very stubborn. I usually just curl my lashes and put on falsies. However, I will say that this is the best seller in Gucci makeup. This would fly off the shelves. It was always running out of stock. This is an all-rounder mascara. It gives lengthening, it curls, it volumizes, it's buildable. And the best thing about this brush is actually the bristles. It's a very thin brush with small bristles, and you can't see it right now because it has product on top, but it has bristles on the top as well to reach the inner corners of your eye that are usually harder to reach. Personally, if I didn't have stubborn lashes, I would actually really like this, but unfortunately, this doesn't hold my curl. However, I will say that out of all of my mascaras, this one doesn't clump on my lashes. I'm gonna curl my lashes and apply it right now so you can see the difference. I like how I can reach even the innermost lash. It has a very liquidy formula, and that's most probably why it does not clump. I'm also going to coat the 3 bottom lashes that I have. It's actually really pretty. I'm not sure if you see the difference on camera just because of the bold liquid liner that I have on. But anyways, I'm gonna do the other side, put on some falsies, and be right back. Alright, so the false lashes are on. For this side, in the inner corner, I can already see it's like I have 2 sets of lashes on one eye. However, this is the first time that I did try it on my bottom lashes. I don't usually put mascara on my bottom lashes, ever. So this is a nice surprise. I'm really liking the effect it's giving. Now, moving on to the last part are the lips. You might have noticed that my lips has a little bit of a tint to it. I did use a lip balm from the very beginning of this video to make sure that my lips are prepped for this last step. This is my utmost favorite balm out there. I don't really use this as part of my skincare routine because it's such a waste. I bring it with me when I go out. As always, Gucci has the most beautiful packaging. This one is very simple. It's just like a Tiffany blue shade with a gold component underneath. I love this shade. It gives my lips but better, and it's very moisturizing. This is only the first lipstick in their collection that I'm showing you. We have a couple more here. The second lipstick that I'm going to show you is also very highly moisturizing, but it also has a high gloss. This is how the packaging looks like. The component is much more slim. This is much more shinier. I like to use this as a topper. If you want something with a sheer to buildable coverage, then you can go for their sheer lipsticks. This has got to be my favorite packaging from all of the lipsticks. This is in the shade Mildred Rosewood. Actually, most of my lipsticks from Gucci are in this shade. I just absolutely love this color. And this is how it looks like. You can leave it sheer like that, or you can build it up. It can't be a full coverage lipstick, but at least you can have the option to build it up a little bit more. If you want to keep the finish but have a more opaque coverage, it is their satin lipstick. Again, this is in the same shade, Mildred Rosewood. This is how it looks like. This is my favorite finish from the bullet lipsticks other than the Baume. And lastly, but definitely not the least, we have the Velvet Matte lipsticks. I have a very weird shade right here. I'm going to swatch that, and it is a green. The reason that they have a green in their collection is that 1, this is the official color of Gucci, and 2, because some of these lipsticks can actually be used on the eyes. Personally, I wouldn't use the finish of the other lipsticks on my eyelids, but the Velvet Matte, yes. I would just have to say that you need to set it with a powder eyeshadow or just a translucent powder to make sure that the product doesn't move around. Be careful because the formula is very velvety and soft. If you put it up all the way and apply it on, it is going to break. Especially if you've kept it out in a more warm area, it's definitely gonna melt. And the last lipstick is actually not a bullet lipstick. It is a liquid lipstick. This is my most favorite finish. If I were to rank the lipsticks, I would say this is number 1, the satin is number 2, and the Baume is number 3. This has a velvet matte finish that is not drying on the lips. This is also in the shade Mildred Rosewood. You can tell that I love the shade so much. This is a buildable formula. You can actually use it as a tint. So one layer, leave it on, don't smack your lips together. Or you can build it up into a more full coverage finish. I'm just blotting the lip balm out to make it ready for the lipstick. But before that, we're gonna use the lip liner. They have 6 shades, but I only have 2 over here. This is the shade number 2, and this is the shade number 6. They are very creamy, highly pigmented. The only thing that I would say about this is they do not have enough colors. I'm gonna go ahead with the shade number 2. Because it's highly pigmented, you can actually also use this all over your lips. I tend to do that because I've got two-toned lips. And you can use the sheer or balm on top of it. I'm just lining my lips and filling in. And now I'm gonna go in with the liquid lipstick. On other days when I don't use a lip liner, I like using this as a tint. Alright, now that we're done with the lips, we're gonna move on to the cheeks, because the second reason why I love this product so much is it is multi-use. I mean, a lot of their products are multi-use, I just didn't mention it, but this one I love using as a blush. Since I left, they've already come out with a few new collections like blush, eyeshadow palettes, etc. I did try the powder blush before I left and it was so beautiful. However, I didn't get it. I prefer to warm up the product on the back of my hand, but because I don't have enough space there, I'm using my palm, picking it up with a brush and just dabbing it onto the cheeks. And look at that, it looks like a natural flush. You can definitely put like a powder blush on top of this to really set it, but I don't feel the need to. I'll probably just put a little bit of translucent powder or face powder. It is a velvet matte formula, so it is gonna set by itself. I prefer this method rather than applying it directly onto the cheeks, because then it leaves the lip application marks and it's really hard to blend. So it's always better to warm up the product first with the back of your hand and then stipple it onto your face. Now let's set the face. And with that, the whole look is now complete. To end the video, let me give you my top 5 favorite products from the Gucci makeup line. The first one is the foundation. The second one, their bronzer. The third one are my top 3 lipsticks. The fourth being their eyebrow pencil. And the last being their eyeliners. So that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. And I'll see you all in the next video. Bye!